Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you my review of this week's episode of The Walking Dead on AMC, which is episode 3 of season 8, called Monsters. So, overall, this was another pretty good episode to a pretty good season so far. I'm still honestly not overly blown away right now, but this season definitely has a more general audience sort of a crowd pleasing start than season 7 did, and overall I do think season 8 will end up being a more well received season than season 7, just off of these 3 episodes alone. And I do find it to be more enjoyable, but I also am one of those people that respected the kind of storytelling they were trying to do with season 7. And I just like thinking and seeing it as the group had to go through that kind of misery and sort of struggle to get to this point of fighting back, and it feels natural. But we don't need to go into comparing seasons right now. The season is off to a pretty good start, like I said. These first 3 episodes have felt pretty smooth, I guess, or pretty strung together. Because All Out War, right? All Out War from the comic books. So it should be like this. Although I will say hasn't been like that really big definitive action sequence yet for me. I think that will come, when we see the climax of the All Out War story, though, hopefully. But this episode is good nonetheless. It could have been great. There's something that they decided to do that I think held it back from... sorry, I gotta fix my necklaces here, if possible. There you go, kinda. Alright. Yeah, sorry about that. Anyway. There's something that held it back from being great. And that was what they decided to do with Morales at the beginning of the episode. Of course, a really nice cliffhanger last week, bring back, I don't know if I want to say obscure Season 1 character, because I remembered him pretty well. But there's definitely casual viewers that don't. I've seen comments left and right saying, "Oh, Morales is just like a Google search character." And to be honest, he wasn't that important in the first season, but I still thought it was a nice tie back to that. I loved the dialogue between him and Rick, both Andrew Lincoln and the guy who plays Morales. Sorry, I don't know his name right off the top of my head. Did pretty well with that. I loved, Shane being brought up, as well as, Andrea and the others. I lost, Lori, of course. It just felt, a little nostalgic. Because my favorite seasons of The Walking Dead are, seasons 1 through 4. Maybe part of 5, I guess. But sort of that, Shane arc and then the governor stuff is my favorite. So it's good to hear about that kind of thing again. And it really just, again, reminds you just how much and what kind of journey Rick's been on. And there's some good words spoken about how much they both changed. Morales brings up Officer Friendly again, saying he's definitely not that man anymore. And, we find out that he lost his family as we sort of thought he would have. And like I said last week, he was probably driven to insanity, or he just snapped mentally after that happened, however he lost him. We don't know if it was walkers or people yet, but he said the Saviors basically found him and they kind of liked him, so he excelled. But yeah, so he lost them and he couldn't really find his way back. Maybe he's one of those ones that was too far gone at this point. But I still thought it was a mistake to have him killed off so quickly, and it felt pretty anticlimactic, sort of just a small moment. It could have been. It was a really cool moment. Then Daryl just, shoots him in the back of the head with his crossbow. Which again, Morales was never a huge character, so they didn't need to spend a lot of time on him, I guess. But it felt like a really good nod for fans, only just to fizzle out right at the beginning of the next episode. I felt like they could have done a lot more with it. Some said, "Oh, maybe it's just a story they wanted to tell. They didn't want to spend too much time on Morales. They wanted to focus on All Out War." They could have, just make Morales a part of it. Maybe Daryl, I don't know why Daryl would have shot him in the leg, but maybe Daryl doesn't actually kill him. There's a struggle, have him and Rick have a fight, and maybe have Morales actually flee, but then have Morales be leading a group of saviors, later in the season or something. I don't know. And then we could have explored if there's any chance for Morales at all a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe someone would have thought that would have been stretched out or something, I'm not sure. But I thought they could have played out the Morales thing quite a bit longer than just the end of the episode and then the beginning of another one. But, it was still well done, the scene, but, we just wanted a little bit more. Or I just wanted a little bit more. But the rest of the episode is fairly good, too. We've seen Morgan. He looks like he's, really, really going off the rails now, back into that sort of clear mode. He actually fights Jesus in this one over, the prisoners. They've taken in. And Jesus' decision, I respect what Jesus is doing. He's trying to keep everyone alive, find peace where possible. But, like some people pointed out, it is odd because when they assaulted an outpost last season, he didn't really question it as much. He seemed, reluctant, but he didn't, try to stop everything no matter what. So it is odd now, but maybe he's, he still wants to find what he can even after everything. I don't know. Jesus is a little bit frustrating right now, because it's only gonna cause shit to happen if they keep him at like the hilltop and everything. And the fight was, fine. I definitely like Morgan more as a character, but Jesus, he's meant to be this kind of slippery, sort of agile, type of guy to fight. So that was fine, and Morgan, finally stops himself at the end from continuing. So that was fairly good as well. And then we also see Ezekiel as well as, Carol. They're having quite a bit of luck. They don't lose not one of their they lose not one of their ranks, for quite a while until they're ambushed at the end by the guns Rick and Daryl were looking for. They had just moved them, as they find out towards the end of the episode, and there they are. So yeah, it definitely reminds me of a comic book scenario that's probably going to play out next week as far as how Ezekiel is going to handle this attack. But we'll talk more about that when it happens. I like Ezekiel. I like the front he's trying to put up. Front sounds bad, but he's trying to inspire them in a really good way. But even to the point where the guys even feel the need that they need to cover him and sacrifice themselves to keep Ezekiel alive. So Ezekiel's going to make it for now. So yeah, I like the rest of the episode. Still missing Michonne, though. Michonne and Rick are my favorite characters on the show. And like I said, I think Denai Guerrera, probably took some time off to film Black Panther or something. Again, I'm not sure. I could be wrong about the scheduling there. But it feels odd to not have Michonne involved in All Out War very much at all, She had one scene in the premiere, I think, and that's been it. So, again, it feels odd. But, I know they're trying to say she's still banged up, but come on. At this point, she'd try to do something. I don't know. But still a pretty good episode. I rated last week's between like a 9.2. This one was just as good quality-wise. I was just a little bit let down by the Morales thing. But again, their interaction they did have was really good. So I'm going to rate this one about the same, 9.2, somewhere in there. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this episode. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.